This is the official launch of the Media Capacity Enhancement Program. And in subsequent presentations, we will have the subcommittee chair and stakeholders give their solidarity messages. But before then, I would like to acknowledge some dignitaries who have joined us this afternoon. We have the Vice President, Institute of Public Relations Ghana, Mr. Henry Nidote. We have the Deputy Rector of GJA, Professor Opoku Mensah. Oh, okay. Sorry, we have the Deputy Rector of GIJ, Professor Opoku Mensah. And we have the President of Primpag, Mr. Edwin Arthur. And we have the Executive Secretary of GIBA, Ms. Gloria Haji. We have the Chief Director, Ministry of Information, Mrs. Mamle Andrews. We have the Head of Finance and Administration here at Ministry of Information, Mrs. Patricia Dovi-Simpson. We also have the Head of HR Shared Services at Multimedia Ghana Limited, Mr. Raymond Labi. And our very special before I invite Professor Kwame Nakwansa Edu for the substantive presentation, let me invite the Chief Director, our very beautiful Mrs. Mamle Andrews, to give us the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable, thank you so much. I stand here on behalf of the Minister for Information, the Deputy Minister for Information, and the entire management of the Ministry of Information, and would like to say that the Media Capacity Enhancement Program is a media support program that was conceptualized by the Ministry of Information, and it is aimed at assisting the industry to continuously enhance the capacity of practicing journalists within the media landscape. The program has been designed to create a platform that seeks to bring together academia, civil society organizations in the media, as well as practicing journalists, to develop a curriculum that can assist practicing journalists to continuously enhance their capacity. The following partner institutions have worked hard to develop a curriculum after a needs assessment was taken on the media landscape. These are the National Media Commission, the Ghana Journalists Association, the Ghana Institute of Journalism, the Institute of Public Relations, the Private Newspaper Publishers Association of Ghana, the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, the School of Information and Communication Studies, University of Ghana, and so many other partners. The role of the ministry simply is to provide bursaries to participants from the media landscape who benefit from this capacity enhancement program annually. Under the program, a skills gap analysis has been conducted, a curriculum based on gaps has been identified, a faculty for training based on curriculum has also been identified and engaged, and they have been tasked to provide periodic training for media practitioners across the country. The role of the ministry is simple. We fully support the partners in the implementation of the Media Capacity Enhancement Program. Particularly, the ministry will focus its attention on raising funds for the implementation of this program. It will provide both technical support to the working committee and also coordinate the activities of the working committee. So that is the role of the ministry in partnering various key stakeholders within the media landscape to roll out this media capacity enhancement program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Mamle Andrews. Before I invite Professor Kwame Nakwansa Edu for the substantive presentation, permit me to acknowledge the implementing partners once again. We have the National Media Commission, NMC, the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, Ghana Institute of Journalism, Institute of Public Relations, IPR, Private Newspapers Publishers Association of Ghana, PRIMPAG, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, GIBA, and School of Information and Communication Studies of the University of Ghana. So I would now yield the podium to the committee chair, who also doubles as the rector of the Ghana Institute of Journalism, Professor Kwame Nakwansa Edu, for the substantive presentation.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Minister. Our purpose this afternoon here, as she said, is to launch the Media Capacity Enhancement Program. A little bit of background. The growth in the media landscape has come with concerns of lowering professionalism and a concomitant increase in disregard for ethics. These have resulted in waning public trust and confidence in the media and press freedom. The situation is especially concerning because it has the potential to reverse years of progress in press freedom and erode public confidence in the media. Such developments will have a detrimental impact on the media's ability to effectively play their watchdog role and to help generate transformative change through facilitating access to appropriate and credible information. The increasing problems of the media has been attributed to the following factors in Ghana: general capacity gaps of the media, absence of a broadcasting law to regulate and sanitize the broadcasting sector, lack of transformation in media institutions, decline in reporting quality, low level of professionalism and inadequate training and competence gaps, lack of funding, lack of requisite resources, lack of training institutions, poor working and conducive conditions, inability to maintain quality and retain relevant people, and financial sustainability and viability of most media outlets. As you can see, these are quite hydra-headed issues that we have to deal with here. But the Media Capacity Enhancement Program seeks to tackle at least some of these concerns. So the objective of the program is to help position the media to effectively play their watchdog role in order to help consolidate our democracy for national development. Some of the specific objectives include the following: improvement in qualitative and effective reportage, increased professionalism in the conduct of both media personnel and media houses, awareness and increased desire and skills in how to hold duty bearers accountable, specialization in areas such as education, health, sports, etc., for deeper understanding and effectiveness. Now, the target beneficiaries. It is expected that the program will benefit a host of different people and groups. These include reporters, correspondents, commentators, producers, directors, social media executives, anchors, editors, program directors, production teams, video, motion, camera, sound, lights, technicians, etc., owners of media organizations, media critics, analysts, and civil society organizations. The understanding or the idea is that all of these individuals and groups have a significant part to play in getting the media to play its role in national development and nation building. The expected results are, you would expect that the following outputs and outcomes would be derived from implementing this initiative. 1, to provide continuous on-the-job training at regular intervals for over 900 members of the Ghana Journalists Association, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, and private Primpack and other media practitioners to improve their skills. To support training targeted at content creation for media practitioners, provide a regular platform to support media introspection on subjects related to media management, corporate governance, and media business models. To encourage ethical journalism, and to support media practitioners to undertake specialized training in chosen fields. So on the basis of this, as Mrs. Mamley Andrews said, a curriculum has been put together through consultation. The Working Party consulted a number of interested parties and came up with a curriculum. And so for the first set of training, which is expected to run from Monday, 6th December to Thursday, 9th December, and Friday is for departure, 10th, 2021, in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. We are expecting to have a cohort of about 60 media personnel drawn nationwide, and these will be trained on 6 topics proposed by the working committee after consultation. The idea is to have a first nationwide training program which draws from all the sectors of the country. Subsequently, next year, the expectation is that we will have at least one training program in each of the 4 sectors, designated sectors, and that would be limited to people, media personnel from each of those sectors. Hopefully, we're expecting that by the end of the year, we would have covered a significant proportion of media personnel in these areas. The topics that we have decided on for the first batch of training is media as a tool for socioeconomic development and nation building, ethics and the journalism mission, journalism, media personnel and the law, digital media and online journalism, impact journalism, and investigative journalism. There are other specialized topic areas that were discussed and also suggested when we did our consultations. These have been earmarked for subsequent training, but in the first set of training, this is what we are looking at. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Kindly note that we are streaming live on our Ministry of Information Facebook handle, GTV, and also Joy News. So we will take solidarity messages from the working partners and from members of the working committee. But before then, we have a very short video that we would like to show briefly before we proceed.
I am Professor Kwame Kwanza-Edu, Rector of the Ghana Institute of Journalism, and also chairing the Working Party of the Media Capacity Enhancement Program. The objective of the program is essentially to increase the knowledge base
skill sets and also the qualitative output of all people that work within the media. Journalists, cameramen, editors, and a whole range of people that work within the media. The ultimate aim is actually to bring about a qualitative change for the better in terms of how the media can help national development and also nation building and socioeconomic development. This first edition of the training program, because it covers broad areas. The law is important to everybody working in the media space. The role of the media in socioeconomic development is important to everybody in the media space. Ethics is absolutely important within the context of the media space. Investigative journalism is important. So all the topics, digital media, all the topics are important. And so everybody in that media space is invited to attend this program.
My name is Cecil Sunkwamels. I'm the president of the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association. The Media Capacity Enhancement Program, I think it's a great innovation and a great program. Considering where we are now in terms of governance, when we look at the landscape of the number of TV and radio stations that Ghana has now, 429 active radio stations and about 110 active TV stations. It's created a gap, and this program, we're happy to say, can actually help to close a lot of expectations of performance of the media and the gap between that and governance, and bring it together. So we hope for the best, and we hope this will not be the first time we can have this program run in consequent years. Congratulations.
What an amazing time to be a journalist in this country, and indeed to be in the entire communication industry. And that's why we bring felicitations from the Ghana Institute of Public Relations, IPR, and we extend that to all our colleague journalists. We believe that the Media Capacity Enhancement Program is a wonderful initiative. It's going to position journalists well, allow them to be part of the accelerative change which is going on all around us, and be the real fourth estate that this country needs. And so the Institute of Public Relations Ghana would offer our hats off to the ministry and all the collaborators for making this possible. Indeed, whatever it takes to support this initiative would have our fullest backing. Thank you. Mauko Afajino is the name, President, Institute of Public Relations Ghana.
Hi, my name is David Tamaklu. I'm the Vice President of the Private Newspaper Publishers Association of Ghana, PRIMPAC. We at PRIMPAC believe that the Media Capacity Enhancement Program is a good initiative. We hope that many more of our members and journalists across the country benefit from this initiative. It is our belief that the program will enable more professionalism in our industry and make our members more independent in their deliveries as journalists.
We'll now go for the solidarity messages, and we will start off from GIBA, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association.
A very good afternoon, all protocols observed. Professionalism in media coupled with ethical journalism requires engaging the audience and keeping stories relevant to readers. Unbiased objective reporting helps strengthen the media and obtain the audience trust and help change their lives, paving the way for better community engagement. Ghana is not different from other countries in the world, faced with the phenomenon of a rapidly changing technological world. As broadcasters, GIBA puts a premium on effective communication skills, as our mandate is to educate and inform our audience, listeners and viewers together, while holding governments accountable to the people, and at the same time entertain them in such a manner as does not touch on the sensibilities, while being aware of possible cultural differences among people of varying demographics. We therefore are constantly finding avenues for capacity building for members. This being the case, Giba readily accepted the mantle of joining the team in assisting the Honorable Minister to work towards the realization and actualization of this great initiative of capacity enhancement for the media. To be able to achieve effective communication, Giba is of the belief that a good education in media ethics and communication skills cannot be overemphasized. We encourage all media persons to take advantage of this unique opportunity and help make it a great success in order to make the Ghanaian media landscape a model for all. We take the opportunity to congratulate the Honorable Minister and admire his tenacity to make sure that this program sees the light of day. Well done to the team who tirelessly assisted the Minister to get the program this far. Giba wishes media persons all the best. Long live Ghana, long live Giba, and God bless us all. Thank you.
So for those at home, kindly note that we are live on Joy News, GTV, and the Ministry of Information Facebook page. I will now call on the Ghana Journalists Association for their solidarity message.
Deputy Minister of Information, Chief Director, Minister of Information, Professor Kwamna Kwansa Edu, Rector IGIJ, President of Printpack, and my junior brother, Vice President of Printpack, David Akin, President of Giba, Cecil, who's warming up, colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day the Lord has made. And we have every cause to rejoice and be glad that what seemed impossible or a distant dream has crystallized into reality. Indeed, our own minister and our flag bearer in government, Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, his deputy, Hajiya Fatima, Chief Director, Pat, our own sister, the intellectual force which produced a program will occupy a special place in history for coming out with a document, an initiative, which will go a long way to bring about qualitative improvement in the media landscape. The point can hardly be articulated that the media have a long way to go to meet standards, to shape up in response to the growing complexities, challenges, and expectations of consumers of media content. So this program has come at the right time to fill the gaps and meet crucial needs in the media. Essentially, media organizations and umbrella bodies like DJ, Giba, Printpack are supposed to regularly capacitate their members. But the reality is that such organizations are so financially disabled that they cannot undertake this professional exercise alone. GJ, for its part, has been knocking at doors and expending whatever we have to ensure that our members meet the expectations of media consuming public. But you and I can testify that we have done so much, but still there's so much to be done to meet the standards we all desire. It is said that perfection is a harsh taskmaster. So we are not expecting that after this program, or in the course of this program, everything will be perfect on the media landscape. But we are fundamentally hopeful and profoundly optimistic that this program will go a long way to reduce the professional sins and deodorize the professional stench in the media. God bless us all.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will now call on the Institute of Public Relations, Ghana, for their solidarity message.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister of Information. So, it is said that three things principally make news: people, organizations, and issues. And for the Institute of Public Relations, being the chief architects of managing the image and reputation of people, organizations, and issues, we have a big stake in ensuring that this media capacity enhancement program will be successful, because the very reportage of journalists, or the issues that journalists bring about, are things that impact on the persons that we manage within our organizations, impact on our organizations as a whole, and also the issues that may be connected to our organizations. I've had the opportunity to see the content of the program, and we believe that it's been very well done to afford journalists the fundamentals of understanding the issues or the theories that underpin their professions, that can help them to weather the storm or navigate the difficult task of making editorial decisions on what to publish and when to publish. The Institute of Public Relations Ghana therefore fully commits to supporting the program, and we are available to offer resources as we may be able to ensure the success of the program. Investments in capacity building is very key. And some of our organizations, as well as the Institute itself, have been in the forefront in previous times in building the capacity of journalists. But we think that this being a coordinated program, it's a very worth-noted activity. I want to commend the Ministry of Information for putting this together, and we are fully supportive of the program. Thank you very much.
So I will now invite Prem Park for their solidarity message.
The Honorable Deputy Minister, Chief Director, Ministry of Information, my President, the GJA President, GIBA President, all other protocols observed. It is an honor to stand before this august audience to deliver this solidarity message on behalf of the Private Newspaper Publishers Association of Ghana. First of all, let me, on behalf of the Executive Committee, and in fact, the entire membership of PRIMPAC, commend those who initiated this laudable capacity building project aimed at equipping Ghana's media practitioners with new skills and knowledge to promote our professional and career advancement. This is commendable in the sense that any profession that does not have ways of improving the knowledge and skills base of its members will soon find that profession fading away and losing its importance in the scheme of things, because it will surely be consumed by the ever-emerging changing trends in today's modern world. It is therefore obvious that through these various sessions of this laudable initiative, media practitioners will, in the coming days and months, recapture their pride of place and importance in society as members of the fourth estate of the realm, which we almost lost due to the lack of capacity building programs, lack of training, and refresher courses for our older folks and even practicing media professionals. To the Honorable Minister and your able team, we say kudos for this initiative. But going forward, PRIMPAC suggests that we should also look for ways of organizing training programs on some specialized areas of our national life, like economics, banking and finance, health, education, oil and gas, and the like. Because recent research has shown that lack of specialization in the media today is one of the factors responsible for low patronage of newspapers, especially private newspapers in this country. Honorable Deputy Minister, while reiterating PRIMPAC's commendation and gratitude for our inclusion in this laudable exercise, let me advise my colleagues in the media against needless sensationalism that have the potential of serving as a recipe for chaos in the country. And let us also practice our profession mindful of the need to abide by the ethics of our profession. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will now go to the Ghana Institute of Journalism for their message. Okay.
I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to say anymore. No one said I was going to do this. I tried to push it onto my deputy and he resisted fiercely. But anyway, we have been GIJ actually has been part of this conversation from the beginning. And from where we sit, we think this is an absolutely fantastic initiative. And what we find most exciting, also most appreciative of in this whole thing is the fact that even though it's a ministry initiative, all the work has been done by people outside of government just to ensure that there is absolute independence in this. And I think that the ministry must be commended for that. Everybody says, he who pays the piper calls the tune. On this occasion, we are glad to note that the ministry is trying to organize for the payment of the piper, but no calling of the tune at all. The decision has been made by the working committee, and this is a very good initiative. Ultimately, we all are aware that there are gaps in the media space, and that for the media to play its role of informing, educating, entertaining, a whole lot of things need to be done for us to bring the media to the level where they should be. And so this initiative, we can only say, is very much welcome. And we can also say that the opportunity to allow all interested parties to participate and to come up with something that the media finds worthwhile and worth engaging in is very much appreciated. The previous speaker, Primpag president, mentioned about specialized areas. They are actually areas that we consider. This is just what the topics that we mentioned earlier on are just the first ones that we are going to look at. Then we'll look at all the specialized areas that the members of the various umbrella associations have indicated. So hopefully the one that is trying to pay the piper will find the resources to continue to pay the piper and allow us, the working committee, to call the tune. Thank you.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Prof. Kwamina Kwansa Edu. We are joined by the chairman of the National Media Commission, Mr. Yaobuedu Ayeboafo, virtually. He couldn't be here due to circumstances beyond him, but he's been able to join us virtually. So we'll go for his solidarity message.
Well, I'm sorry that I cannot be physically present, but it's unfortunate, but I apologize to everybody because this is a momentous occasion that anybody who wants the good of the media in Ghana must applaud. For us at the National Media Commission, and for me personally as a media person, is that any attempt by the states to empower and enable journalists to perform their duties, with capacity, must be encouraged and enhanced, because some of the time our media have erred, not necessarily because they intend mischief, but because of lack of appreciation and understanding. And what they need sometimes is just a matter of orientation to enable them appreciate the issues and put them in proper perspective. It is our hope and our prayer that both the lecturers who have that opportunity of offering their services in leading and the journalists who have have the opportunity of being selected to participate in the programs would cooperate as much as possible and offer their best in all situations. Let us make the best out of the situation so that at the end of the day, journalism will be better and we will be more recognized and appreciated for contributing to national development. My only hope and prayer is that this initiative will not die the way that the Media Development Fund died, without making that impact on our psyche. And I also look for the independence in the management of the process so that there will be very little interference from whatever source, including even the National Media Commission, that those who are in charge will be given the fullest assurance that they can discharge their duties professionally and empower us. I thank the Ministry of Information for this opportunity, and I do hope that we will make meaning out of this. And from now on, the media environment will change. Thank you very much, and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yabuedu Ayeboafo. So I know Chairman was the Chairman and Professor Kwame Nakwansa was hesitant to come here again, but we have to call him once again to come and officially launch the program so that we can go for questions from the journalists present. Prof, please.
I think by going up and down, I'm getting my daily exercise, so I'll take it like that. Okay, so we know why we are here. Various speakers have spoken about the importance of what we are trying to do here. So I'm going to be very brief and say that by the powers invested in me as chair of the working party of the Media Capacity Enhancement Program, I declare this program launched. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. The next time I call, it will be for group photo. So we have some journalists in the house. So please, if you have any question from the back, we will bring the microphone to you so that you ask your question. Okay. So we'll take the first question and then the second from the back.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Honorable. My name is Paul Nyuja-Dalafo. I report for Daily Statesman. And I think we all have to applaud the leadership for coming up with this initiative. But that does not go without saying that several initiatives has come and gone, and yet we are seeing many. And I want to find out that how do we stamp out misinformation in the media space without engaging the journalists or the reporters themselves. For instance, we as reporters, when you go to a certain media house and you are either made to work without being paid or you are paid without being satisfied. How do we prevent journalists from practicing PR journalism, what I term it as? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, if I got the question right, you want to find out how we are going to resolve misinformation when some journalists are either not paid or do not have good conditions of service. Was that the question? Okay. So please, we'll take the second question.
My name is Sarah Paku. I report for Media General.
Okay.
Quite a beautiful program outline, but Minister, in the state where we have most of the media houses being owned by businessmen and women who are affiliated to political parties, as well as politicians owning media houses, where media practitioners are being made to compromise on professionalism, how certain are you that after this program, we would have media personnel not being compromised from the same media houses they are going to report from? What has been the engagement with these media owners who are politically affiliated? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So if there are any questions, we'll take the last question before we go to the committee for answers. Are there any questions? Okay, so we'll take the last question.
I wouldn't say it's a question. It's
okay.
Just a brief
okay.
remark.
Okay.
My name is Akwasi Ajibendia, currently the acting chair of a group calling itself the Editors Forum.
Okay.
We haven't officially been called to give any solidarity message, but I think on my own behalf and on behalf of the association, we can throw our weight behind what you're doing. We know to him or her who much is been given, much is required. Some of us, I've been told we've watched things happening in the country, not only in the media, but generally in our development. We're happy this is coming. We hope it will indeed help improve the media landscape, and for that matter, the development of Ghana. And I believe when things happen in Ghana, it really affects Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the question. So I'll now go to the committee for answers. But because of the second question, let me state again that in recognizing the kind of polarization that political polarization that you just mentioned, that is why the Ministry of Information is not directly coordinating or doing anything apart from bursaries and also commitments as in giving our platform for this special purpose. In terms of selection of faculty and also participants and curriculum and any other matter relating to the actual training is being handled by the committee that is drawn from industry players. So that is what I can say in relation to that. But because there were other questions, I'll throw it to the committee and then go for answers from Mr. Chairman.
Okay. The questions, the first two questions, I think the third one was a comment. The first two questions are quite interesting, and I would wish that the industry representatives on the committee would be the ones trying to answer this question. But I'll make an attempt. When I was reading out the problems that bedevil the media space and the media industry in Ghana, there are quite a number of them. them. And some of them were actually dealt with capacity issues. And this program, the Media Capacity Enhancement Program, cannot deal with all the issues that we talked about. There are financial issues, issues of lack of financial sustainability and viability of media houses, lack of resources, lack of funding. Some of those issues are really industry issues that this program does not cannot actually seek to address. I don't think any one program can address all of these issues. But some of the issues that you raised, especially the issue about lack of payment of salary or dissatisfaction with salaries, I am pretty sure most of us here are not terribly excited about the salaries that we take home. But the idea is to let those that attend training understand their role in the media and their duties and responsibilities, and also to teach people about ethics, so that if you're a journalist, for example, and you understand ethics, and you understand the law, and you understand your role as a journalist and the media's role in nation building, for example, we would hope that when you get to the critical stage where you think, should I skew this story one way or the other for financial gain or not, the issues that we have spoken about in the training may come to the fore. And ultimately, we as individuals always have to negotiate these things. And so whilst the program seeks to give people the knowledge and the skills and the awareness to do what is right, I am not sure that anybody can guarantee 100% that some of these issues will be entirely dealt with. Some people will come in and this will help them make some of those decisions, especially the issues of ethics. And some people will not. But ultimately, it is our hope that the skills gap that we have noticed, some of the issues that the journalists themselves have talked about, that we need training in these areas, because these areas did not come up just by chance. We engaged people in industry, and they said, we need training, and we'll be very happy to be trained in these areas. So we are hopeful that once we get the training, you will apply that training in your work and hopefully do what is right. 100% guarantees, I'm not sure, are anywhere. Have I done some kind of justice to that question? The second one about ownership, I think you answered it, unless the questioner is not very satisfied with that. But again, the idea is also to engage everybody who has dealings with the media and can influence the media. So civil society, business, those who own the media and all of that. Ultimately, if they understand their role and how important the media is to nation building and socioeconomic development, we are hopeful that individual personal gain and selfish agendas may well give way to the national agenda, or to working towards achieving the national agenda. Thank you.